Hi and welcome back to my channel, Kissed by Starlight. Thank you so much for being here. So it's a full moon here this evening in the UK, and it feels like it's a big turning point and a point in which I wanted to ask our angels, guides, helpers, what is this turning point bringing for us? What is it speaking for us, and what is it bringing into being? What is going on for us at this time? I just wanted to ask the question to understand the insights and the messages. I just caught that of what's coming into being right now with this beautiful, huge full moon, as we let go of so much and welcome in the new in the days and weeks to come. So straight away we've got the hidden worlds, changing consciousness, awareness, extrasensory perception, with this beautiful, it looks like an angel or a fairy in this card, absolutely blooming out of the heart of the flower. And we've got Temple of Dreams, sacred dreams, prophecies, dream journeys. And I don't know about you, I wonder whether you've been experiencing really vivid dreams recently, because I know, that's been part of the energy of what's been going on as we're clearing and purging a lot of old stuff, as we're bringing to light everything that's ready to leave with this beautiful full moon, everything we're ready to let go of. And there may be things that you're not quite ready to let go of, or have turned out to be a way that you weren't perhaps expecting. Perhaps you thought a situation that you've been in was very much looking like something, it was, bringing a lot of promise, bringing something beautiful to your life. And it's turned out that actually it's not quite been that, that you weren't given what you were promised, or it hasn't been what you expected it to be. It's just not turned out the way you were hoping, perhaps. And if that is the case for you, and if that's resonating for you, then I feel that this was a necessary stop along the way, if that makes sense. It feels as if it's been a necessary pause. And not even a pause, because I think for many there's been a lot going on. It's not been a quiet period by any means. It's been a period of lots of things going on and lots of things coming up. And when I say sort of a temporary stop, it feels as though, even though perhaps you walked into this situation thinking it was for the long term, if it is that it's been coming to completion in some way, or turning out in a way that you weren't expecting, then I feel that it could be that this is because there's something more coming. There's something that it's almost like this was I don't know how to put it. This was a necessary stop along the way in order for you to have some realizations, in order for you to fulfill contracts, perhaps soul contracts, or vows that you had agreed to complete. Perhaps these could be karmic in nature, which means, that they've kind of been agreed and necessary for lots of different reasons, perhaps for you, perhaps for somebody else, perhaps for both of you, to heal, transform, let go of whatever it was that you've been carrying that is no longer resonating with you and no longer able to come with you on the journey forwards and the journey ahead, which is in essence towards the Temple of Dreams, towards that sacred path of realization of our goals, of our dreams, of our manifestations, of all that we are asking to come forwards, all that we've wanted to come forwards, all that we've intended to come forwards in our lives, in this lifetime, in this current incarnation that we chose to fulfill, to play out. So it may be that now you've been in this sort of quiet pause after that completion. For others, it may be you're in that completion now, that's just coming to its head, that's just coming to its point where it can begin to now be let go of, to transform, to be released with ease and grace, in order for you to travel on to where it is you've decided and chosen to be going to. And whether that's a new situation, a new relationship, a new environment, a new location, a new job, a new friendship, whatever it is for you. I think for some anyway, this is the moment where you kind of decide to fly and grow your wings. You know, this is the moment where you decide enough is enough. It's time now to let go of all that hasn't been serving, all that you know that hasn't really been good for you. And I think there's been signs and messages along the way that may or may not have been easy to listen to, easy to hear, because it may not have been what you wanted to hear. It may not have been what you were expecting, and it may be that there's been great confusion over this for you, which of course is going to make it more difficult. And I feel like now is coming the time of cleansing, the time of purging, that release, that letting go, that moment where you decide, okay, this has been really difficult. It's been really challenging. It's asked a lot of me. Perhaps you're tired. Perhaps you've reached the end of your energy for this situation, or this whatever it is that's going on for you. And I think there's been some deep disappointments for some. I think it's really, as I say, you were expecting something, you were hoping for something, and it feels as though you've been waiting for that thing to happen, and perhaps it hasn't happened. Perhaps it's not come to realization, and you've kind of had to make a decision, or you may be having to make a decision at this time to walk away from something, to walk away from the thing that you thought was treasure. Now, the thing that you thought was treasure that perhaps is not, or hasn't turned out to be, actually, even though this could be feeling challenging and difficult and lonely and disappointing, do you know, there's been so much to learn from this. There's been so much to help give you your wings. There's been so much to help you awaken to your power, to your truth, to your beauty, to your heart, even just to understand yourself a little bit better, even if just to start to get an understanding of where it is you've been, and really what you've been walking through in this lifetime. Because I think for many, you've perhaps not actually been understanding of just how much you've gone through, just how much you've had to go through, just how much you've faced. And perhaps you're still not quite aware of how much this is awakening you at the deepest levels, awakening you to your passions, your purpose, your realizing your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your hopes, even if it doesn't seem like that at this moment, because perhaps in this moment you're literally at the point of letting go, or realizing you're going to need to let go, or making a decision to move on. You could be literally just at that point where that awakening is happening, that realization, that understanding of what's going to need to happen. And for some, I'm really getting a sense that a holiday is greatly needed, a break, a time away. Maybe that's the pause, the rest, the relaxation, the time out, to just come back into this awareness, and for the cleansing that needs to come in. And we've got beautiful, absolutely beautiful, you know, the violet flame, Saint Germain, Saint Germain, you know, bringing alchemy, bringing the violet flame, releasing the old, making way for the new. So really an absolutely beautiful confirmation in this full moon energy that this turning point is all about the letting go. Will you let go? Will you let go of what is not good for you? Will you let go of what is not bringing you joy, what is not bringing you happiness, what is not aligning with you any longer, what is not resonating with your energy, with where you are, with who you are, with your dreams, your purpose, your hopes, your aspirations? Will you now let go? And this is just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. I'm going to come back to these cards. I'm just going to put them there just for a little minute while we just finish with this energy of the letting go, and I'll come to the energy that we're being brought into, that's coming in. And we've got Ruby and Scorpion, water and fire, unwavering love and devotion. So perhaps, you know, perhaps for you, and we've got the rose and pink opal, and the ruby, the opal, the rose, they are all beautiful symbols of letting go of pain, letting go of sadness, letting go of traumas, of wounding, of anything that has hurt you, anything that has brought up pain, whether it's in literally in relationship with yourself, with others, with loved ones, whether it's in relation to your past lives, your past incarnations, whatever your beliefs are. And I'm not going into that because we've all got different beliefs, and that's absolutely fine. Whatever resonates for you, you know, it's about now understanding where's been the sting, you know, where's been the wounding, the hurt, the trauma, the thing that's come up for you around, whether it's around love, whether it's around relationships, trust, healing, whatever it's about. You know, what have you learned from this? What has it brought up for you, and where is the healing? Because these stones, you know, the ruby, the opal, they're such beautiful, divine, feminine energy. They're really full of grace, full of love, full of softness. As we come into more compassion, as we bring forgiveness to ourselves, to others, for situations that we've experienced or created or endured, you know, now is the time, as all of this is brought to the surface with this turning point that we've arrived at, with this point in time that we've come to, this moment in time where all of this is being shown to us. Now is the time to be able to let that go, to take from it the jewels, the wisdom, the learning, the aspirations, the dreams, the hopes, and to alchemize the wounding, the pain, into purpose, into passion, into stepping forwards in your dreams, stepping forwards knowing that you are worthy of that which you desire, that which you yearn for, that which you came to experience. You are worthy of this. You are able to experience this. But sometimes first we have to experience clearing, healing old wounds, old traumas, anything that's had to be brought up to the surface in order for us to let go of it, for us to see it, for us to witness it, even just for it to be acknowledged. Because, you know, some of these things have been going on for years and years and years, or maybe not even that they've been going on for years. Maybe it was years and years and years ago, and they've just not been truly acknowledged. Maybe you've not truly been able to even say that they happened, or acknowledge them to yourself, that these things have affected you or hurt you, or that there may be more layers for healing that you hadn't quite understood, because you've cleared some layers, but the deeper layers had to be cleared at a different time when you were ready. And that time is now. That time is now for you to see the deepest layers, for you to understand the deepest parts of yourself, for you to experience everything that you've had to experience and to alchemize it into your learning, into what you may go on to teach others, you know. But whatever it is that's happened, and I'm truly sorry for whatever it is that you have gone through that's brought you to this place. However, what I will say to you, looking at the other cards that are now coming through after this clearing, after this letting go, during this transformation, are all about fueling your passion, your purpose, your drive, your next steps that are coming forward for you, moving forwards. It's time to evolve. We've got Commander Ashtar coming in with a beautiful message of leadership activation. It's time to step into your power. It's time to step into your purpose. It's time for you to claim the role that you came here in this incarnation to fulfill. The role that perhaps you have not quite been ready for until this time, that you have not quite had the drive or the inspiration to fully truly see or acknowledge that you are capable, that this is even for you, that this could happen. Perhaps it's something you've dismissed or you've not been able to imagine as being able to happen. Perhaps you've slightly given up on some of your dreams, your hopes, or perhaps whatever it is that's been going on for you in your life at this time has derailed it slightly, although it hasn't really, and I'll come back to that. But maybe it's meant you've had to pause on something, or you've had to go through understanding what you don't want in order to experience what you do want. And there are times in life when this happens, and this could simply be because you've forgotten what it is that you do want, or that you've forgotten who you are, and it's time to wake up. It's time to remember. It's time for you to understand. By going through what you don't want, you then have the power of the magician to clear this, to alchemize this, to turn lead into gold, so to speak, to turn and use whatever's been a difficult learning experience for you into something beautiful, into something purposeful, with a deep passion and inspiration driving you forwards to be even more open-hearted, to be even more stepping into your divine role that you came here to step into. And now is the time you're going to be doing that. So in this moment, whether you've got to the point where you're clearing, whether you've got to the point of realizing what you need to clear, whichever point you're at, whether you've done that and you're now in this slight lull and this in-between period, be different for everybody. But wherever you are in this, you are about to, if you haven't already, step into your passion, your purpose, your leadership role that you came to fulfill. And it is going to be now time for you to take back your dreams, whatever it is that you thought you couldn't do, that you've been too scared to believe in, or that you've not quite been shown the reality of yet. It's now time for you to claim that, for you to understand that, for you to come to the point of having experienced everything you no longer want or need, to coming to the point of experiencing what you truly want and dream of and desire. And now that you are able to let go, and when you are able to let go of everything that is not good for you, everything that is not resonating for you, everything that is no longer helping you, as you let go of that, you step more into your own transformation, your own leadership, And as you can lead yourself, so you will be able to lead others, and revel in the delight and the passion of the heart, of the soul, of their yearnings, of their wants, of their dreams, of their focus, knowing that you've transformed, that you have been able to grow your wings, that you've been able to let go and step into that beautiful being. Sorry, just trying to find that card. May timid wings awaken. So wherever you've not had the courage or been too afraid to really believe in yourself, now is the time to really come into that knowing and to use that knowing to lead you to whatever it is that you've dreamed of doing, being, having, experiencing, manifesting, to come into the delight that resides at the heart of the soul, at the heart of your being, that which inspires you, which enables you to be strong, to be great, to be solid, to embody that source energy, that love, that passion, that divine feminine, divine masculine union, that energy that will enable you to embody the energy of a leader, of a priest, of a priestess, of the divine, you know, one who can stand in their passion, in their purpose, in their love, really, and walk forwards as a true master, walk forwards with heart open, having alchemized everything they've gone through into gold, into fuel for whatever they're stepping into now. That is you. That is the potential here. That is the potential should you choose to follow your heart and follow the signs that have been shown to you, the synchronicities, the visions you may have had, the messages you may have received or been receiving from spirit, from your angels, your guides, the ascended masters, towards your temple of dreams, towards embodying the fullness, the wholeness of who you truly are at that core level, at that beautiful pure level of spirit that you came to be. So really it's the time to let go of whatever has been playing out, whatever old contracts, karmic situations, things that are no longer resonating, things you know are not good for you anymore, and you know what those things are. I think you've been shown, I think you've been getting messages of what those things are. I think you've been seeing the results of what those things are, and I think you've been very much able to stand side by side with whatever hasn't been serving you with what is serving you, so that you can see such a contrast and a contradiction for you to be able to walk towards the delight, the joy, the passion, the inspiration, the drive, the motivation. And if you haven't quite seen that yet, if you're still in the phases of letting go, trust that this will be shown to you. Ask your angels, ask your guides for messages, for clear signs of seeing, of knowing, of understanding that all is out there waiting and ready for you to claim it, for you to be it, for you to embody it and walk forwards, and perhaps even teach it to others. Perhaps whatever you've gone through, you're now going to be able to help others with, because you've walked through it, you've walked through the fire, so to speak, and come into your own. You've come into an understanding of it, a deeper understanding that helps you help others. So I'm just going to pull, I just like to pull one more card, and I think it's this one, and see what message would like to come through. I believe. How beautiful is that card to finish off, just literally confirming everything that we've just been saying. And I felt this one wanted to come through as well, and I'm so glad I trusted my intuition and brought it through, because here we have the ultimate believe in the power of you, in the power of the universe to bring you what you are truly ready for and what you are calling for. Have the courage to walk forwards towards your dreams, letting go of anything that's now not aligning or resonating with that. Trust that the breakthrough is here. This is the turning point. This is the moment of realization, of walking into the new. And this is the moment where everything can change and everything has the potential to start anew and to bring you into the new. So I think I'm going to finish there because I feel that that message is complete. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing to my channel. I'm so grateful for you being here and for all of your likes and comments. Please do feel free to leave me a comment what you're going through. I love to hear, and I'm sending you so much love, and I look forward to seeing you in the next reading.